Alright, the time has come for me to list my top 10 favorite movies of 2016. But before I get started, there are some things I need to get out of the way first. First of all, I understand that there are a lot of movies I did not see this year. I haven't seen Hacksaw Ridge, I haven't seen Deepwater Horizon, I haven't seen Trolls. There are a lot of movies I missed this year, and the reason is because I really do have a life outside of this YouTube channel. Sometimes I wish that wasn't the case, but that is the situation. But of all the movies I saw this year and reviewed for YouTube, these are my top 10 favorites. Secondly, and I'm pretty sure you already know this, but these are just my opinions here. If there is a movie on this list that you disagree with, that is perfectly fine. In fact, that is awesome. Opinions make the world go round, dude. Life would not be interesting if everyone just agreed with everyone. And I know that this year has not been the best year of late. I know a lot of shit went down this year, but these movies I'm about to list, I'd like to think of as a reminder that 2016 was not all bad, because we got these awesome movies out of it. And I think that's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number 10, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This is Grindelwald's Wand. I'm a huge fan of the wizarding world that J.K. Rowling has created. I spent a year hyping up for this film, and it pulled through for me. I love the characters, I love the interweaving stories, I love James Newton Howard's score. It's a solid intro to what should be a fun new series from J.K. Rowling. Coming in at number 9, we got Deadpool! Deadpool was, like I said, exactly what you wanted this Deadpool movie to be. It's what the fans wanted, and it's what Ryan Reynolds needed. Ryan Reynolds kicked all sorts of ass as the Merc with a Mouth. I love the meta humor, I love the pop culture references, I love the post-credits scene, and I cannot wait for the sequel. Number 8 for me is La La Land. This one was a really nice and heartfelt love letter to old-style musicals of the 50s in the showbiz. I'll tell you, when I first saw Singing in the Rain, I had a hilariously good time. And watching this in the theater, I felt like I was watching a spiritual successor. Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone's chemistry is some of the best of the year, and of course the soundtrack is awesome. Coming in at number 7, I can no longer deny my Marvel fanboyism, and that is Captain America Civil War. A friend of mine made this for me a while back. Civil War is a huge pivotal point in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The tension has been building through several years of awesome movies, and it's built up to this, the ultimate clash between Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, which not only resulted in one of the best superhero action scenes I've ever seen on the screen, but also introduced us to Black Panther and Spider-Man, both of which were awesome. All sorts of props. Coming in at number 6 is Suicide Squad. What? Deal with it. This movie for me was a blast. I had a lot of fun with the crew. Will Smith as Deadshot I thought was hilarious. I love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I love Jared Leto's Joker. I just love the overall chaotic vibe of this movie. And to top it off, a killer soundtrack. Best film of the DC Extended Universe at this point. Number 5, and this film used to be a lot higher, but then more movies came out, but this film is still really good. And that is Finding Dory. Oh, we're going home. This sequel took characters from one of my favorite Pixar films and dug deeper into them. I really enjoyed learning about Dory's backstory. I love the new characters, Hank and Destiny. All the emotions this film was trying to hit, it really pulled it off for me. I'm just really glad that Pixar still knows how to make great movies. We can forget about Cars 2 and Brave now. They are officially back on track. Number 4 is Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. This is the most visually beautiful live-action film I've seen this year. I love how this film used certain elements from the original Star Wars trilogy to really make it feel like it ties into A New Hope. It tied up a couple of loose ends, and I cannot get enough of the ending of this film. That is how you end a movie like this. This is how you make a Star Wars prequel. I just remember getting goosebumps from that second to last shot in the film. Right, number 3, we're getting to the end. Number 3 is Kubo and the Two Strings. I've been a Leica fan ever since the beginning with Coraline, and since Coraline came out, each movie they released after that I enjoyed less and less, and I was really starting to get worried about them, but then Kubo came out and it was like, nah, don't worry Andy, we still know how to make good movies. This was the most visually beautiful animated film I saw this year. I love the characters, I love Kubo, I love the world, I love the score. When you have an animated film that is so rich with lore and adventure and bravery and the hero's journey, how can I say no to that? It's a perfect movie for me. Now for the top 2 films, I was really torn. I was like, they both deserve to be number 1 here. For all intents and purposes, they're really tied, but there has to be an order, so coming in at number 2 is Moana. Not only does this film have the best soundtrack of the year, which I'm still listening to all the time, but the journey that she goes through was probably one of the most inspirational things I've seen in a while. I don't know why, it's pretty much the same thing as previous Disney movies have done. I really can't quite place my finger on what it is I love about this film so much. It's that Disney magic, you know? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was great. Auli Carvalho is amazing as Moana. I really hope this isn't it for her. I want to see her and hear her in more movies. This is actually my favorite Disney film in years, and I've watched it a gazillion times at this point. And number 1, my favorite film of the year, tied with Moana, is 10 Cloverfield Lane. Oh my god, the suspense in this film grabbed me like no film has in years. This film really grew to be one of my favorite movies in a long time, period. Mary Elizabeth Winstead was really good, relatable. You feel like you're down there in the bunker with her trying to figure figure out what the fuck is going on, all the while dealing with John Goodman, who delivered my favorite performance of the year. I'm just saying he should get an Oscar nomination from this. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but he totally deserves it. 10 Cloverfield Lane engaged me, kept me locked in for an hour 45 minutes. I could never take my eyes off the screen, and the score is, like I said, one of my favorite modern scores ever. And I just cannot wait to see where this Cloverfield anthology goes. Alright everyone, that is it. Those are the top 10 films of the year per my opinion. Now there are a couple things you can do here. You could either be like, Suicide Squad's on your list, that movie sucks. Or you can respect the fact that we have differing opinions, and you can leave a comment as to what your favorite films of the year are. Because like I said, how boring would the world be if everyone just agreed with everyone on everything? Definitely looking forward to seeing what films 2017 has to offer. And with that, I'll give you 2 questions. What were your favorite films this year, and what films are you looking forward to next year? Whatever they are, go ahead and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe.